Hey YouTube, Cecilia Lane here. Sorry I look so rough. It is Sunday. It has been an uber busy weekend for me. I had a housewarming party. Let me show you my new home. I freaking love it. Look at that view. You can see Coronado Beach from there, and when you're on the other side, you see downtown San Diego. Got some great palm trees out there, and it's just awesome. I love my new home. Love it, love it, love it. We just moved in February 1st. So I'm sitting here. It's a little chilly. I hadn't had the heat on. It got down to like 63 degrees. I was like, ooh, this is cold. So I'm all bundled with my boys. There's Journey. There's Napoleon, the babies, and their toys that they are always pulling out of their basket. Yeah, no matter how many times I put them in, they're like kids, I swear. Anyways, sorry, I think I have something in my teeth. And I'm not going to be able to get it out, so. And I just brought attention to it. So now everybody's going to be looking at my teeth. um, things have been amazing in San Diego. I haven't been this happy since I was in New Orleans. I'm sure I already mentioned this, but I run the Health Information Management Department for a very large community, the largest community health center here in San Diego. We have like 42 sites, something ridiculous like that. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I have my own building. I have like 45 staff under me. And it's been great. It's been, it's been amazing. I just ate, and when you've had weight loss surgery and you eat, like the burping is just, even 8 years out. So yes, I guess September 9th or 13th or whatever, I'll hit my 8-year anniversary. Like, how crazy is that? And I had my revision in August of 2016. And that has actually gone really well. I mean, it was a big shift, big adjustment, no doubt, especially because my stomach had already expanded. I was 7 years out, 6, 7 years out by the time I had it, and I could eat a lot more food. Oh my gosh. As you know, anybody who follows me knows, although way less than what I could do before, but a lot more than after I had the surgery first couple years. So it really helped balance that out because the food that I eat comes out faster, and I've been able to maintain my weight. I think I'm vacillating between like 180, 185 right now. I want to get down. My ideal weight is 160, and I'm going to get there because I'm ready to have my plastics. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to chronicle. I was about to say chronological. I'm going to chronicle my entire plastics journey and take you along with me. I went to my first appointment yesterday with one of the surgeons that I'm researching. I'll interview about 5 or 6 more. And I'll come on here and let you know how that goes and who I ultimately select. And then I'm letting each of them know as I go that I'm chronicling the journey, and that, like I did with my weight loss revision, that I want to be able to interview them and show the journey as I go along. And you all can see, and I'm pretty fucking excited. I'm not gonna lie. Really, really excited about it. And of course, this is my very first appointment that I went to yesterday, so let me preface what I'm about to say with that. I have nothing to compare yesterday's appointment to anybody else because I haven't been to any other consultations. However, the whole reason that I selected this provider is because he uses some really forward-thinking techniques, and less invasive techniques, and then techniques that are much lower risk of side effects, potential death. I mean, just better outcomes in general and the likelihood of those better outcomes. So let me tell you about him. His name is Dr. Sear. Dr. Sear. I'm hoping that I'm saying it right. Seare, I believe. And he is in Carlsbad, California, which is only about 30 minutes from where I am. I live in San Diego now. um, so it wasn't a bad drive. I got to go on a Saturday for the consultation around 9:30. And his facility name is called, um, of course, I had it in my head, and now it's gone out of my head. Um, uh, Gosh, okay. I'm not going to try right now, and hopefully it will just come back to me while I'm talking, right? It's something sculpture, like Clinique sculpture or culture sculpture, something like that. It'll come back to me, and then I'll remember and I'll tell you about it. But let me tell you about my appointment. So he did lots of photographs, I think like 20, 30 photographs of me. He put them up on the screen, went through everything, all the different procedures. What I'm interested in is getting my arms done, my boobs. I'd like my boobs to be enhanced, my arms to be reduced, and I'd like to get a tummy tuck and liposuction for my waist area, my torso. Was not thinking about Brazilian butt lift, but I'll tell you, there's been a tag on with that, and I'm pretty excited about it. Actually, really excited about it. Um, so this particular surgeon, he is board certified in um, plastics or cosmetology or whatever, and also, um, oh my gosh, my brain is it's been a really long weekend, I'm not gonna lie. I had a housewarming party Friday night, so I was up until like 1 a.m. with that, totally exhausted, and then Saturday I was out all day with my daughter and the consult, so my brain is a little foggy, I'm not gonna lie. But he is board certified in plastic surgery and in something else that has to do with the bones and muscles and tendons and everything, so that he could, which has given him a real leg up, because that allows him to understand how those things impact how our body is shaped and formed, and when you take out fat or you affect other things, or the skin, how it sits on things. So really great perspective. Additionally, like I said, he has some really cutting edge techniques that he's using, and he has look, see, my brain is just killing me today. This is my cleaning day. That's all I do. Today I don't think, and then Monday I get back in the zone. But he has, I'm forgetting what it's called, but patented. There we go. He has patented a number of his techniques because they are so cutting edge, so new, that he's developed. He does not put you to sleep. You are awake during the procedure, the entire procedure. Reduces the risk of, obviously, death, other potential things, coma, leg clots, all of that. As a result, too, he can have you, he can complete a number of things in the procedure and have a procedure that runs where you're in the operating room from anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. And you don't have the same risks that are associated with being in an operating room for 8 to 10 hours, because you can get up, you can move around, you can stand, and you're awake. You're not asleep. And so it's just way better for you. Way better. I really, 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 really like that. The other parts is not just one thing, actually. It's multiple benefits with his techniques. So in addition to that, instead of me getting a boob job where I get a artificial, saline, silicone, whatever piece put into my breast to make them bigger, instead he does fat transfer. He has like a oxygen machine or whatever. I mean, it's a whole, body machine thing, and you can add that cost on, and it helps reduce healing time. It improves healing time and reduces scarring. Most of all, though, in terms of when you get fat transfer, it increases the viability and the sustainability of that fat transfer. So normally when you transfer fat to another part of your body, he said that it has like a lifespan of like 50%. By doing the oxygen thing, then it's at about 70%. So it increases by about 20%, which is really great. So what he does is he transfers probably about 20-25% more fat into your breast than what you are asking for. And then you have that reduction of the loss of about 20%, 20-30%. And then your breasts are the size that you want them to be. In addition to that, rather than doing a full tummy tuck, he does like a modified version of it that's a lot less invasive, a lot more focused on uh, the technique that he uses to remove the cellulite. And he has a technique that helps to tighten the skin while he's removing the cellulite. He'll do all 360, all the way, front to back, everything of that. Pull my, waist in really nicely. And do a little tummy tuck at about my pubis hairline. In addition to that, he'll do my arms, and I won't have to get the long scar that people get in their arms because it won't be the normal, what is that, armioplasty or something. It's not armioplasty, I just made that up. But it won't be the normal arm one. It's less invasive, but just as aggressive, uh, and yet smaller risk. Again, smaller damage, faster healing time, all of that. um, and just one insertion, probably one or two scars, I believe. I think it might even be just one scar, to reduce my arms down. And then I have these dimples on each side of the like top part, kind of, right before my hips of my butt cheeks, right around my hip area, I guess. And I don't really care for that. In addition to that, I have a very pockmark buttocks. It's not nice and smooth and pretty. There's nothing pretty about my booty cheeks. They are pockmarked. And apparently he told me that that is a result of trauma to the fat cells. They have been damaged, and when they get damaged and injured, they break apart, and my body tries to repair that. And in doing so, it tries to, when they break apart, it creates, like crevices, holes. And so my body tries to fill back in the holes, and as it does, it's pulling down that skin and creating the pock marks in my buttocks. So he said he could slim out my sides even a little bit more while maintaining my hips and thigh shape and everything, because I told him I like the shape of my body. I'm not trying to change the shape of it. I just like to firm everything up a little in the top, and I'm not really interested in messing with my legs at all. Um, and he said he would be able to do that and then take the fat that he pulls out of there when he sculpts and fill in a lot of those pock marks so that I have a nice smooth booty. Plus I'm getting like a kind of Brazilian butt lift thing or Brazilian enhancement. I don't know, so my husband's pretty excited about that. He's really excited about that. That's probably the best part that I told him about. And I was not planning on that, but when Dr. Sear talked about it, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want that too. So I think he's set the bar pretty high for the rest of the plastic surgeons that I'll be going to. Right now, I'm focusing all on facilities that are in the San Diego metro area, or I should say in the U.S. Even though I'm right across the border on Tijuana, I will probably check out one or two in Tijuana. Um, you know, but I feel like with the plastics, and I'm I'll be 45 in June. I've already had all these surgeries. Um, and I feel like at this point, I'm not sure that I want to take any risks. I mean, if I was in my 20s or 30s, I mean, shit happens and you bounce back, right? You address it, you fix it, whatever. I don't have time to like bounce back. And I don't bounce back as easily as I used to now that I'm almost 45. So I am planning to focus primarily on American or facilities within the U.S. Like I said, I may go ahead and check out one or two. I have a lot of friends here, and a lot of them are originally from Mexico, so they know all the good places. So I have identified two that I'm interested in. Um, but it's also, if you don't have dual citizenship, it's a pain in the ass to drive back and forth on the border. It's not that bad getting in, going into Mexico, coming back. I remember one time I was in line for like 4 hours. It was ridiculous. And it was at like, I think I got in line around 10 and we got home around 1:30, and it's 20 minutes from Tijuana to my house. 20 fucking minutes. And I was in line for like 4.5 hours. I kept falling asleep. And of course, because the line's so long, they have all the street vendors, who are walking around selling the stuff. And they would like knock on my, sorry. They would knock on my window to wake me up. I was like, because my ass is just exhausted. I had spent the whole day at the beach and partying and drinking and everything. It was just ridiculous. So, I'm not in a rush to do that again. I'm gonna admit. But we'll see. So this is video one. I'm also going to check out, Dr. Sear was great. He had great bedside manner. He was very transparent and honest with me. He talked to me about things like, that even though you may be in the operating room for 8 to 12 hours, the provider, the surgeon, they don't work on you the whole time. I didn't know that. I thought they worked straight through. But no, they take breaks. They do consults with other patients. I mean, and so of that 8 to 12 hours, they may work on you six to 8 hours. I mean, yeah, it was just really interesting, all the things that he told me. He was, and I really appreciate that. And he gave me a lot of good questions to ask all the other providers when I go comparison shop. And he even gave me names of other providers to go comparison shop who are also highly rated and very well respected. And a lot of them I had already heard of them because of the research that I had done and, scheduling my appointments and stuff. So, yeah, he was pretty amazing. And his pricing was really reasonable. I think I'm looking at about 12,000 for the tummy tuck procedure, and the lipo and liposculpting for that, and then the boobs and the arms I think are going to be another like 6 to 8. I don't know, maybe a little bit more than that, or a little bit less. And then it's about 3,000 to get that extra cutting in and the booty area done. The Brazilian butt lift. So really, I thought really reasonable prices for being in the U.S. But again, very first provider that I've seen. I did disclose to him that I'll be chronicling this on YouTube, and he has agreed to do some interviews with me so that he can better articulate, all of his offerings and services, and you guys can make your decision on your own. Because everybody's looking for something different, right? Everybody has a different focus, and different priorities and stuff. And so really your surgeon choice should be based on those priorities and your own health issues or proximity, cost, all of those things have to be weighed in. And based on the priorities of those things, that's how you should decide. So I'm going to try and be really comprehensive and share everything as I go along. This is video number 1, and I have another appointment in about 2 weeks, but I'll be scheduling some more, so I may actually be going to others within the next week or so. and I will keep you all in the loop. Um, Other than that, I'm gonna be honest, I'm doing pretty amazing. I haven't been this happy in a long time. Um, the adjustment to my mom, it feels like it's finally happened. Now I feel silly. Now I feel silly that it was so hard, because now I can miss her and love her, and it doesn't break my heart anymore. The guilt, it's not that it's not still there, but a lot of my logic has taken over the guilt where I'm like, that's just not really rational. The things that feel guilty about. It's irrational for me to feel responsible for those things. So now I feel kind of silly. But whatever, it was a process. Everything happens for a reason. I believe that wholeheartedly. Clearly, I needed to go through what I went through. I needed to learn what I learned from that. I think I gained a great deal of humility that I needed, um, and just a new perspective on things. Um, it enhanced the relationship with my husband and my daughter. It gave me an opportunity to really depend on them 100%, and they did it. They took care of me, and now I'm back to taking care of them. But now it's a more balanced thing, whereas before I was just like doing it all. And I think now we have a better balance, because they had to do the job for quite a little while there. So um, I I can't. I guess the only way I could be any happier is if I was in New Orleans, because I love New Orleans. I loved living in New Orleans. But San Diego is pretty fucking amazing. I'm just going to be honest. And the beach is 15 minutes from our house. Take the boys there, and they love it. Dog Beach. Oh my gosh. And we have a beautiful view outside of our house. I can see the beach from there. I can see downtown San Diego. I love our new home. Oh my gosh. Love our new home. And I need to get my ass on this damn stationary bike that I bought. I bought this a week ago. I've been on it 3 times now. So 3 of 7 days. I need to get on it again, like really soon. um, oh, so I forgot to say this. He said that he would probably take out about 10 pounds and that he suggests I lose 10 pounds. He does not require me to lose it prior to the surgery. I can lose it afterwards, but he said that's where I'm going to see the best results. If I go ahead and lose 10 pounds and he takes out 10 pounds. And then honestly, that puts me either at my ideal, because like I said, I vacillate between 180, 185. My ideal weight is 160. So, you know, ideal weight right there. Like, yay, back into a size 8 with a nice teeny tiny waist and a big juicy booty and wide hips and nice thick thighs that I always have. And finally, arms that are like fucking normal and boobs that don't look like I came out of Africa. I swear. It reminds me of I'm being honest that, like, when you see the National Geographic stuff in Africa, of course my boobs aren't that bad, but that's what they remind me of. And it's not like they're big and like hanging or whatever. They're like these tiny, sad, deflated thing. It's embarrassing. Um, and I would like to not be embarrassed anymore by my sad ass boobs. All right, YouTube, 23 minutes, gotta go. Way too long. I will check in again after the next appointment and keep you updated. All right. Until next time. I was going to say something else and then I don't remember. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's either clinic sculpture or culture. I think it's Clinique Sculpture. What was the name of the facility bug that we went to? Sculpture? Yeah. Clinic Sculpture. I think it's Clinique or I think it's spelled Clinique. Okay. Don't quote me on that. But it's either Clinic or Clinique Sculpture. And it's Dr. Sear in Carlsbad, California. All right. And also, you can find him and others. He suggested this to me, and so did my girlfriend. Realself.com. Realself.com, yes. So you can find out more on there too if you're interested in getting surgery. Um, So until next time, YouTube, bye.